This morning I was thinking back on the years I spent in prison. I have a little bit of a cold, so I think I'm probably more emotional than I normally am, but there were 4 Christmases, and every year my heart was so drawn to my children. I think in a way it was like grief, the separation from them. I remember the first year when I was at the prison in Dublin, California, they let us take window paint and paint the windows to kind of decorate, and how excited the girls were. But there was just this deep ache and pain because I wasn't with my children. And I've talked to my children about how they felt, and my daughter, she said every year it was just like, please just send my mom home. It was really painful for all of us. And I don't say that because I want any sympathy. I know I deserve to go to prison, but the emotions are still real. Every year I would write my children a letter and just pour my heart out. A lot of those letters included, an apology for the mistakes I made, but just how much I loved them and how proud I was of them. I remember when we were at Wasika, it was snowing. We wanted to do something special for Christmas. We didn't have trees or decorations or anything, and we decided to invite some of the women that lived around us to come over on Christmas Eve, and we made a little dinner, which in prison included like potato chips, tuna fish, but we just wanted it to be special. And me and my roommate decided to ask each of the girls to share a spiritual experience. We didn't want it to be about religion. We had like a Muslim and a Christian and a Catholic, and I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We just wanted people to share from their heart something something special. I remember one girl thinking, I didn't know what her religious beliefs were. I didn't hardly know her. So we set up a little circle and we went around the room, and when it came to April, I said, you don't have to share anything if you don't want. She said, no, I'd like to share something. She said, my mother died when I was 14, and I was on the streets from the time I was 15 on. She said, when I was 15, I got pregnant and I placed the child for adoption. And after that, I became addicted to drugs and eventually came to prison. She said, one day I was thinking, why am I even alive? Nobody even knows I'm here. I have no family. She said, that night I said my first prayer. I just said, God, does anyone even know who I am? She said, a week later, the counselor came and said that the warden wanted to see me. And he gave me a letter that the child that I placed for adoption had written to me. She said, now I know that God knows who I am. And she said, I'm trying to do all I can to change my life. And I write my daughter every week. I just remember tears streaming down my cheeks because I was just honored to be present that Christmas in federal prison.